How's it going, you guys? Thenamesjustb here. Welcome to my channel. This is gonna be the first video that I've done after a long break. If you're new to this channel, just know that I recently became a father of two. Though I've become a father and life has been busy, today I'm back with something truly exciting for you guys, and it's gonna blow your mind if you're not already familiar with it. Let me ask you this: what if I told you there's a sports league out there where every single game matters, where underdog teams can shock the world, legends are made, and the drama unfolds like a blockbuster movie every weekend? It's called the Premier League, and it's not just a soccer league, it's a global phenomenon. We're talking about a league that's watched by billions of people across the world, featuring the best players, the fiercest rivalries, and a unique system that keeps things unpredictable and insanely competitive. It's bigger than the NBA, faster paced than the MLB, and more intense week to week than the NFL. Imagine if every NFL game felt like the playoffs, or if the NBA had a system where underdog teams could break into the league and shake things up every year. Now imagine something like our American leagues, but there's no draft, no salary cap, and no guaranteed spots. Teams rise and fall based on merit alone, which means every game has real consequences. Think about it. If the worst NFL or NBA teams could get booted out of the league, wouldn't that be wild? That's exactly what happens in the Premier League. Whether you're a diehard sports fan or just someone looking for a new obsession, trust me, this is the league you've got to know about. Let's dive into why the Premier League isn't like anything else in sports. Let's start with a little history lesson. Soccer, or football, is the world's most popular sport with origins dating back centuries. While various cultures played ball games throughout history, the modern game traces its roots back to England during the 19th century. Before modern rules were codified, similar games had been played for hundreds of years. In medieval England, large groups would kick a ball through towns, often resulting in chaotic and dangerous matches. It wasn't until the early 1800s that schools and universities began organizing the sport, developing rules to make it more structured and less violent. Yeah, people died. Crazy, right? The big turning point came in 1863 when the Football Association, or the FA, was established in London. This organization standardized the rules and officially separated soccer from rugby, which had been played under similar guidelines up until then. The FA's rules emphasized skill and teamwork over brute force, laying the groundwork for the beautiful game we know today. As the game grew in popularity across England, it quickly spread around the world through British sailors and soldiers. By the late 19th century, soccer leagues were forming across Europe, South America, and beyond. In 1904, FIFA was founded to oversee international competition, cementing soccer's place on the global stage. One of the fascinating things about soccer's history is how it became a cultural phenomenon. Early clubs were often founded by local workers, churches, or community groups. These clubs represented more than just a team. They were symbols of local pride and identity. This deep connection between fans and clubs is one of the reasons soccer has remained so enduringly popular. The modern game we know today was also shaped by key innovations like the introduction of the offside rule in the late 1800s, penalty kicks in 1891, and the first official international match between England and Scotland in 1872. Over time, these changes refined the sport into the fast-paced, skillful, and dramatic competition that captivates billions of fans today. Of course, the Premier League, which we'll dive into shortly, has its own unique place in this history. Established officially in 1992, it brought a new level of professionalism, global reach, and star power to English soccer. But the roots of the league, and the sport as a whole, remain firmly planted in these rich traditions. Now let's talk about how the Premier League is structured. The league is made up of 20 teams, each playing 38 matches per season, once at home and once away against every other team. Some of the biggest clubs in the league include Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea. Then there are clubs like Manchester City, which have dominated in recent years, though their occasional slip-ups remind us that even the mighty can trip over their own shoelaces. And my personal favorite, Tottenham Hotspurs. But we'll get to them later, don't you worry. Here's where it gets interesting. The Premier League isn't the only level of competition in English soccer. England's soccer system operates on a pyramid structure with multiple tiers below the Premier League. Below the Premier League is the Championship, then League One, and League Two. And it doesn't stop there. Beyond League Two, there are even more levels of semi-professional and amateur leagues. Take a look at the chart. Now, what's really unique about the system is relegation and promotion. At the end of each season, the 3 teams with the lowest points in the Premier League are relegated to the Championship. Meanwhile, the top 2 teams from the Championship and 1 playoff winner are promoted to the Premier League. Imagine if the worst NBA teams got sent down to the G League and the best G League teams moved up. Speaking of points, let's quickly break down how the scoring system works in the Premier League. For each match, a team earns 3 points for a win, 1 point for a tie, and 0 points for a loss. These points are crucial because they determine the league standings. At the end of the season, the team with the most points is crowned the champion. I can dream, okay? Come on. It's simple, but adds immense pressure to every single game, especially when the season reaches its final weeks. This structure creates incredible drama. Teams fight tooth and nail to avoid relegation because dropping down a league comes with huge financial losses and a blow to club pride. Conversely, promotion to the Premier League is a dream come true for smaller clubs as it means more money, exposure, and the chance to compete with the best of the best of the best. Teams also compete for spots in European competitions. The top 4 Premier League teams qualify for the UEFA Champions League, the most prestigious club competition in Europe. Teams finishing 5th or 6th can qualify for the Europa League or the Europa Conference League. These competitions add an extra layer of excitement as clubs strive to test themselves against the best in Europe. So, you might be thinking to yourself, why should Americans even care about the Premier League? First off, the level of talent and competition is unmatched. You'll see some of the world's best players from Erling Haaland to Mohamed Salah and Cole Palmer competing every week, just to name a few. There's nothing quite like a last-minute goal or a jaw-dropping free kick. Second, the fan culture is something else. Each club has a rich history and a passionate fan base that lives and breathes soccer. The chants, the rivalries, the traditions, it's all part of the experience. For example, Liverpool fans sing "You'll Never Walk Alone," a song that's become synonymous with their club. Rivalries like Manchester United versus Liverpool or the North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham bring an intensity that's hard to match. Third, the Premier League offers incredible parity and unpredictability. While some teams dominate, there are always surprises. Take, for example, Leicester City's 2015-2016 season. When they won the league despite being 5,000 to 1 underdogs, is one of the greatest underdog stories in sports history ever. Even if your team isn't at the top, there's always something to play for, whether it's a European spot, avoiding relegation, or just beating a rival. One of the most fascinating things about the Premier League is that there's no such thing as tanking a season. In American sports, we often see teams intentionally losing to secure better draft picks or rebuild for the future. That doesn't happen in the Premier League. Every game has consequences. This means teams are always giving their all, which makes the competition exciting from start to finish. The season typically runs from August to May, with most matches happening on the weekends. For us in the United States, this works perfectly because games are often scheduled in the morning or early afternoon, depending on your time zone. The time difference from the UK and the US usually range from 5 to 8 hours, depending on whether you're on the East or West Coast. This makes it a great way to kick off your weekend with some high-quality soccer action. Plus, with streaming services making it easier than ever to watch, following the Premier League has never been simpler. Hearing that horn every time gives me goosebumps. To wrap things up, the Premier League isn't just a league. It's an experience. It's about the stories, the rivalries, the communities built around the sport. For me, it's about Tottenham Hotspur. They're a club with a rich history, exciting players, and a motto I absolutely love. To dare is to do. And if you've ever heard fans shouting "Coys," it stands for "Come on, you Spurs." It's a rallying cry for the team and the supporters, symbolizing our passion and unwavering support. Sure, being a Spurs fan comes with its ups and downs. Okay, maybe more downs than ups, but that's part of the fun. Supporting a team isn't just about the trophies, it's about the journey. If you're looking to dive into the Premier League, start by picking a team. Maybe it's a team with a history that resonates with you, a style of play you enjoy, or even just a cool logo. Follow their journey, learn their history, and join the fan community. Whether you root for a powerhouse like Liverpool or an underdog fighting to stay in the league, there's a place for everyone. And don't forget the personal connections you can build. Maybe you'll discover a local fan club or find friends who share your passion. The Premier League has a way of bringing people together, even here in the US, where soccer is still growing in popularity. As a Spurs fan, I'll leave you with one piece of advice. Expect the unexpected. One week we're playing like world beaters, the next we're making you question your life choices. But hey, that's football and that's why I love it. Thanks for watching. And now a cute little outro that my daughter Sophie wanted to help me with. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Okay. Alright, that's it. This video. Please make sure hit the like, subscribe, the bell, notifications. Now see the teams you guys vote for in the comment section below. I'll see you next one. Bye.